Earlier, we got reaction from the city of Johannesburg. Here is that interview. What information do you have about what's happening in Marlboro?
The information that I have is that people early in the morning went to the area there and occupy the piece of land that is available.
How were they able to do this? Who owns this piece of land?
You know, there is something that is very important that we do not need to run away from it. People are in need of land. We're all aware of that, and in these days, everybody is talking about land. But the main issue here is about people communicating with the authority. I'm referring to us as the city of Johannesburg. We are not refusing to give land to people, but the issue here, we need to distribute land accordingly. We need to get people who are qualifying to get land. You know, in our city, we have even people who are not qualifying because they are foreign nationals, are not qualifying because they are owning properties in other areas. So we need to distribute land to those people who are in need of land, people who are qualifying. You cannot run away from that fact. People are in need of land. You can't run away from that fact. But what we are saying here, let's do it accordingly, because, as I'm saying, there are people who are not qualifying. There are people who are involved there for their personal gains. Others are renting out the stands to people who are in need of stands. Let the government take full control of land.
But the majority, Mr. Ntuli, are people who do need land and who aren't trying to push some other ulterior agenda. And surely you should be able to understand why they are so frustrated and impatient with you as the authorities when it comes to the issue of land allocation and issues of housing.
You know what I used to say to our communities in Johannesburg is that we understand the frustrations our communities are facing. But what we are saying here, our offices are open. Let the communities engage us about certain pieces of land that is available around our city, instead of just taking it. Because once you take it, as I'm talking about criminal activities that ended up having parts in the process. So that is why we are saying let the government take full control in terms of distributing land to people. People are in need of land. We cannot run away from that fact. I want to repeat that because I am part of Johannesburg people. I understand the frustrations people are facing.
What are you going to do about the situation in Marlboro where these people will then be taken to Waterfall, we're told? What are you going to do about that today?
Sometimes it might be difficult for privately owned properties, because once people are invading privately owned properties, it's become difficult to the government to intervene, because the private person needs to make sure that that person secure the area or the pieces of land for their own purposes or their own program. But in the government land, in the city land, when people are invading those city land, we normally used to talk to community leaders, find out more what best can we do to distribute land.
Let's talk about today. Can you confirm if this is privately owned land or indeed land that belongs to the city or the government?
To us, if the land is private, as I'm saying, it's become difficult because privately owned land belongs to certain somebody somewhere. That somebody needs to secure land because it belongs to him or her. But on a land that is owned by government, owned by the city of Johannesburg, we normally used to engage those communities and find out from the community leaders about what best can we do to deal with the issue of land distribution.
So again, is this privately owned land? Can you confirm that?
No, it's a city land, but it's a pieces of land. Other pieces belongs to private, other pieces belong to the city.
So are you going to leave these people who are going to be taken to the site then to erect their structures and settle there for now?
Let's get the leadership and find out more, because before we take a decision to say we allow them to settle there or we are going to evict them, but the leadership need to take us on board in terms of who are those people, because community leaders are supposed to know who are those people as the leaders of those people.
Have you been able to identify who's leading this this move? Because speaking to our reporter earlier, he had said that there was an EFF link. One of the people he spoke to claimed to be an EFF leader. We don't know if she is indeed, but is that who you're going to be talking to?
No problem if there is an EFF or other political parties, but we will engage leaders. It might be EFF, ANC, IFP or other political parties, but we are going to engage the leadership on the ground.
So for now, the people stay on that land?
I'm not going to say that because I still need to determine who are those people, are they qualifying, all of those things.
How long will that process of determination take?
We are in a process as I'm talking to you. We are busy engaging.
All right, Mr. Muzintuli from the city of Johannesburg, thank you so much for your time.